Councilor, should we start with a sound check? Councilor Eigenman, maybe if you could sound off first.
Councilor Eigenman, number 12.
Earls, 11.
Connell, 10.
Vogel, number 9. Number 9.
Ponta LAV08 version 2.
Here.
Ryan, 7.
The clerk, 6.
Councilor Cameron, number 5.
Zede at number 4.
Junta, number 3.
Devlin, 2.
Cronin, 1.
He's right.
I'm happy to report that I don't know of any Newburyport residents that passed away, and so I guess it was a good 2 weeks for people who were employed in the city in the past years. So just have a moment of silence for thoughtfulness and prayer before we begin. Thank you. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Since the agenda doesn't give a call for roll call, we'll have a roll call.
I know, I just noticed that. Creative. Councilor Connell.
Present.
Councilor Cronin.
Present.
Councilor Devlin.
Present.
Councilor Earls.
Present.
Councilor Eigenman.
Here.
Councilor Junta.
Present.
Councilor Tontar.
Present.
Councilor Vogel.
Present.
Councilor Zede.
Present.
Councilor Cameron.
Here.
Council President O'Brien.
Here. Late file item.
Councils will see on their desk that they have a late file appointment for Mark Murray as marshal. We have a communication number 13 on parking ban and snow emergency notifications. We have a Scribner's error on the appointment of Edward Ramsdell. It was came in as 2017. It should be until 2021. I would call that a Scribner's error, not a late file. And we have the mayor's update.
Motion to suspend the rules, accept the late file.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Placed in the proper agenda. Public comment?
None? Oh, there's one. I'm sorry. Good to know.
Thank you, sir. Peter Fitzsimmons, 7 Arlington Street.
Peter Fitzsimmons, 7 Arlington Street, Ward 4. And I recall it was about maybe a little over a year ago that the city school department had $3 million in excess funds. And as I recall, about $1 million went to upgrade technology at the high school, laptops and Chromebooks, and another $2 million went for ballparks. My comment, question, critique is, why at that time no one identified this security problem at the high school and allocated some of that money for that instead of looking for $342,000 now? I mean, I assume we upgraded the new Bresnahan and the Knott Middle School to bring them up to date, so the information must have been there, but it looked like right after we voted on the referendum to use the $2 million for the ballparks, suddenly there was a effort to check the security on the high school, and now we have this $342,000 request. Also, I mean, I looked a bit through the proposal, and in my view, and I'm not a security expert, I don't think loading the school up with video cameras and electronic door controls are really going to do much. I mean, that regional center out in, current regional center out in California, where they just had that horrific thing happen, that was loaded with cameras, electronic doors, and they had security guards. The only way you prevent something like this is with more security around perimeters. You don't want the bad guys in the school. Yeah, you have all the cameras, you'll capture nice pictures, and you'll be able to find out who they are. You want to stop them from ever coming onto school property. And I don't know how you do that, but you may have to go to something like you do at the airports. I don't know. I don't think this is well thought out. This is my conclusion from my examination of what I've been able to see in the packet. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Comment? Is there any mayor's comment? Any mayor's office want to make a comment on anything?
I'm sorry, on the public comment?
No, on the mayor's update? Anything?
Oh,
No?
no, I distributed the update to in hard copy, so we'll let the paper speak this time.
Sounds great to me.
I like that.
Move on to consent agenda. Yes.
Could I have the minutes from January 11th removed, please?
You want to take that in the regular agenda? Don't you want?
Yeah.
Which ones?
The minutes for January 11th.
Go ahead with the consent agenda.
So the consent agenda consists now of the approval of the minutes for January 4th. There's one transfer 002, which is retained earnings $230,000 to OTA control, same amount. That's to go to budget and finance. There are 5 communications. Communication 7 is the special event, MS Walk, Newburyport, April 2nd, 2016. That's to go to public safety. Communication 8 is a special event, Jeannie Geiger Crisis Center Flash Mob, February 11th, 2016, to go to public safety. Communication number 9 is a secondhand motor vehicle license for Newburyport Sunoco to go to license and permits. Communication number 10 is the License Commission Acoustic and Amplified Entertainment Communication to go to license and permits. And the last communication, number 11, is the mid-year report from the Finance Director to go to Budget and Finance. There are 2 first reading, they're both reappointments. One is Justin Dutcher, 7 Lauren Road, Newburyport, to the Harbor Commission until January 1st, 2019. And next is Ed Ramsdell, 32 Kent Street, Newburyport zoning. That's the one that is now changed to go from February 1st, 2021. And that's the consent agenda minus the January 11th minutes.
What is the wish of the council?
Motion to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Move on to the regular agenda. First thing is the January 11th minutes.
Well, this is pretty minor, but in the January 11th minutes, the transfer number 2, DPS, sewer retained earnings, it indicates that it came through budget and finance, and it was an emergency measure on the floor of the council. It never went to budget and finance. So it should indicate that it did.
So
So
no
I'd like that.
change.
Thank you. Anything else?
Motion to approve as amended.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? On the communication, mayor's update,
Motion received, file.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Appointment, second reading.
Communication number 13. snow ban, Mr. President. Would you like me to read the points?
Yes.
So this is a communication from the mayor to present members of City Council on parking ban and snow emergency notifications. I'm paraphrasing. As soon as a parking ban is implemented, the following will happen. It will always appear on the city's website, cityofnewburyport.com. Please check the website frequently during weather events. Second point, to receive an email notification when a parking ban, snow emergency has been declared, log on to the city's website, cityofnewburyport.com. Select the Notify Me button on the front page. Click on the link titled Subscribe to e-alerts. Enter your email address. Select Urgent Alert DPS. Next, flashing blue lights will be activated throughout the city at the traditional, I think there are 12 locations. And that will happen at least, this is usually, at least 6 hours before a declared snow emergency or parking ban. And lastly, you may call the Department of Public Services weather event and emergency information line at the following number, 978-463-0472, to find out the status of the parking ban. Thank you.
Motion to receive and file?
Second. Councilor Ivey.
I received a communication from private citizen and Ward 2 resident Ari Herzog today, pointing out that there's an ordinance actually we have that mentions notice on the radio. So I'm just wondering if that's still going to happen. WNBP.
So whenever these events occur, the media is notified, and WNBP is part of the media list that receives the press release about the snow emergency parking ban.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Also, would these be incorporated into the snow plan that we were looking at in the fall, and if that could be?
They are, and I made certain to update the snow plan in accordance with the information that you have in that communication tonight. So it's all consistent, it's all posted on the website.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just one other. I know several people have asked me how come they didn't get the code red alerts through the phone and text, and my understanding is that we did use that a few times last year with the tremendous amount of snow we had and also what was going on in Plum Island, but that's not, people will not be getting alerted through that system for regular parking bans.
That's correct.
Right.
Our public safety professionals have advised that we do not use code red for parking ban information. That's why we're getting the word out about how people can subscribe to these e-alerts, which will come to people's emails. If they're subscribed properly, will come to their emails, notifying them that a ban has been posted on the website.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Thank you.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
It's up to you.
This is the appointment of Mark Murray. It reads as follows. This is from the mayor, dated January 20th, 2016. I hereby appoint, subject to approval, the following named individual as Marshal, Newburyport Police Department. Term will expire January 1st, 2021. Mark Murray, 13 Middle Street, Merrimack, Mass.
Motion to refer to public safety.
Second. Can I just ask if there would be a willingness to accept a friendly amendment to also make that a committee of the whole?
Sure.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? I'm just concerned why we're going to public. Usually we just, first appointments, we just receive and file. What's it? Do you have some concerns going to public safety? It's just.
No, I just thought that perhaps it would be just more open to the public if we went to public safety, had a brief meeting on it. If somebody wants to come in support of Mark Murray, that'd be great. If somebody has a question, then they could answer it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next appointment.
This is the second reading. These appointments, first is Brendan Coffey, P.E., 7 Park Street, to the Water and Sewer Commission until May 1st, 2017. The second is Nora D. Duggan, 70 Mudnock Road, Salisbury, to be appointed as a special police officer.
Motion to approve collectively?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Roll call for those two appointments. Councilor Connell?
Yes.
Councilor Cronin?
Yes.
Councilor Devlin?
Yes.
Councilor Earls?
Yes.
Councilor Agaman?
Yes.
Councilor Junta?
Yes.
Councilor Tontar?
Yes.
Councilor Vogel?
Yes.
Councilor Z?
Yes.
Councilor Cameron?
Yes.
Council President O'Brien?
Marshall, I didn't know if you wanted to say a few words. It's up to you. Since I don't know if the meeting will be on TV when you have your committee meeting. Just, you know, I just wanted people to know that you are the choice. I had the opportunity to be on that committee and to go through the assessment center and sat through the assessment center when the nearest three candidates went through 20 rapid fire questions. Wow. But congratulations, you did a great job and I'm proud to call you Marshall. So.
Thank you. No, I appreciate the process. I thought it was a very fair process, and I'm glad I went through it, and I learned a lot. So I appreciate your consideration, and I'm looking forward to working with you all. So
Thank you, Marshall.
Thanks.
Nice job. Congratulations.
Orders?
Order number 2, that the City Council of the City of Newburyport accepts with gratitude a gift from the Merrimack Street Ale House LLC in the amount of $25,000 for the purpose of repairing the Browns Wharf culvert and appropriate said funds. The Browns Wharf culvert project in accordance with MGL 44, Section 53A, submitted Councilor Tontar.
Refer to Budget and Finance.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Order number 3.
City Council of the City of Newburyport hereby orders pursuant to Code Section 13166, no person shall park any vehicle on following streets or portions thereof. North Atkinson Street, the restriction is no parking from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on school days only. The area is the westerly side from High Street in a southerly direction for a distance of 925 feet, and the easterly side from High Street running in a southerly direction for a distance of 86 feet. Jointly submitted, Councilors Junta and Tontar.
Refer to Public Safety.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Order number 4.
City Council of the City of Newburyport hereby amends the following fees for recycling and solid waste. Television disposal, CRTs 20 inches from $10 to $15. CRTs 32 inches from $10 to $20. CRTs 36 inches or larger from $20 to $25. Projection TVs less than 200 pounds from $50 to $30. And 0.22 pounds if over 200 pounds.
2 cents per pound. Motion to send to Budget and Finance.
I think it should go there.
Budget and Finance.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Order 5.
Order 5, City Council orders pursuant to 13166. No person shall park any vehicle on a portion of the following street, Merrimack Street, on the southerly side for a distance of 42 feet, running in a westerly direction from Kent Street. Furthermore, the clerk and the DPS shall add this restriction to the public list
Motion to
available
refer
to
to
courts.
public safety.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Order number 6.
City Council amends the list of established sidewalks as identified by DPS as active and marked. 4 crosswalks at the intersection of Fair, Fruit, and Prospect Streets. Furthermore, the clerk shall amend the list and make available to the public. Submitted, Councilor Cronin.
Motion to refer to public safety.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Order number 4.
Dated January 25th, zoning ordinance to amend the Newburyport Smart Growth District. It goes on for 2 pages. It's jointly submitted, Councilors Cronin and Agaman.
Motion to refer to Planning and Development and Committee of the Whole. Second.
Maybe you could give a brief update what the difference is?
Yes.
Thank you.
This is specific to 5 of the parcels. So the Smart Growth District is on either side of the traffic circle, and we already have an application in the city by Midco for an 84-unit building, I think it is, on Boston Way. This is the opposite side of the traffic circle, so the farthest reaches from the train station. Specifically, the lot with Kelly's Hardware, the old Labadini's Restaurant, which is now Taylor Rental, also owned by the Kelly family, and the Ipswich Bank, and then 2 lots behind the car dealership on Parker Street. The proposal is to amend the ordinance to not allow by right development under the ordinance at those 5 parcels until the city's Director of Public Services certifies that there's a safe pedestrian crossing. Because right now, there is no way for pedestrians safely to get from those smart growth sites to the train station where we want them to go. That's all it does. Thank you.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ordinance 2.
Amend Section 4-101E regarding the use of Plum Island, regulations for the use of the beach. The owner or person in control of a dog or any other animal shall not allow that dog or other animal to be part of the public beach between May 15th and September 15th of each year. Each such offense shall be punishable by a fine of not $25 but $50. Jointly submitted, Councilors Tantar and Vogel.
Refer to Budget and Finance?
Second.
License and permits? No?
Neighborhood and City Services.
Public Safety.
Any committee on
Public
that?
Services.
Where's it going?
We don't know.
There's a motion for budget and finance.
There was no second.
No second.
Right.
Councilor Rose.
Refer to Public Safety and Neighborhood and City Services. Quick agree.
I'll second it.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No.
How many noes?
Just you. A lot of tender ones up here.
Budget and finance and public safety.
Ordinance 3.
And public safety.
Ordinance,
Is that what he said?
Neighborhood City Services.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got the voice on that.
Ordinance 3, Chapter 3, Animals, Article 2, Dogs. It changes the kennel fees from $30 for 4 dogs to $40, 5 to 10 dogs from $50 to $60, 10 or more dogs from $100 to $110. And there shall be a fine of not $10, but $25 per dog in addition to the license fee.
See, this is money. The other one was...
Jointly submitted, Councilors Tantar and Vogel.
I'll move to Budget and Finance.
Second.
So I can get a witness.
Any discussion? Councilor Devlin?
Why wouldn't this be moved to licensing and permits?
Right.
My feeling exactly. Councilor
Well, I can see, certainly, this isn't your question, I get, but I can see the difference between the prior one and this one. The other one is basically a law. This is talking about the amount of money that's going to be levied. It doesn't really change any existing verbiage except the money. So budget and finance might be smart along with license and permit if you want to make that amendment.
We're going to spend another 7
No, we're not.
on dogs. Councilor Vogel?
Thank you, Mr. President. Actually, the language has not changed other than the dollar amounts. And the dollar amounts come from the ad hoc fee committee. So these have been reviewed by the ad hoc fee committee. They only are coming in now to change the dollars and cents in the ordinances. That's it. It's just dollars and cents.
What I thought I said.
Yeah, but I mean both of them.
Councilor Z?
I just was wondering if Council Vogel would accept a friendly amendment to make it license and permits and budget and finance.
And I'm fine anywhere. In fact, I'll withdraw my motion. You can go anywhere. Just we can move it on. Or whatever.
Councilor
I give up. Where's it going?
Councilor Rose, did you withdraw also?
Yes, I did.
Okay, there's no motion on the floor.
So motion to refer to budget and finance and license and permits.
Second.
Motion to refer to budget and finance
There you
and
go.
license and permits. Thank you.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No.
Which one, the same committee, more efficient, all the dog people?
Four.
Ordinance 4 is Chapter 3 Animals, Article 2 Dogs. Again, we are talking about animal behavior which constitutes a nuisance, and we're changing the amount of fines on the first offense from 15 to 25, the second offense from $25 to $50, third and subsequent offenses from $50 to $100. Jointly submitted, Councilors Tontar and Vogel.
Mr. President, I move that we move this to Neighborhood and City Services and Budget and Finance jointly.
Neighborhood and City Service, why?
Just, if I may?
Sure.
Sure. Because we already have the first ordinance in hand, it seemed to me that all the dog people would come out to one place instead of going from one to another to another. That's all.
To keep things consistent, we should go to license permit and budget and finance, and since I was on the prevailing side, perhaps I can't do it now, but it'd be nice to go back to the first ordinance, and change that to budget, finance, and license permit also, so it's just one meeting that the public can go to, without worrying about that. So I don't know if I can do that on the prevailing side, or if I have to wait until after the meeting to make that a written request.
Let's pick this one first.
So this one, if I understand it correctly, we've got one motion, it's not seconded, for Neighborhood and City Services and Budget and Finance.
Withdraw that.
You withdraw that.
Motion for budget and finance on license permit.
That's
Second.
Second.
Budget and Finance and Licensing?
Yes.
Permits.
Correct.
Second.
Seconded by you. Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No.
I'd like a motion to reconsider ordinance 002-12516 to withdraw from from planning development and neighborhood and city services.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Go ahead, Councilor.
Motion to refer to license permit, budget and finance.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Dogs.
We're going to the dogs.
Committee items?
We've been there.
Motion to remove order number 1.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Go ahead.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Order number 1.
Order number 1.
Read it, please.
It is a transfer from free cash, $242,000, and it's going to go to these, and it's actually from also Essex North Tech, $30,000, transfer from also school expenses, $45,000, and again from school expenses, $24,484, transfer to high school security upgrade in the collective amount of $300.
That's not order number 1.
Order 1.
Oh,
That's transfer number 1.
Never mind.
yes, never mind.
Never mind.
I won't read that twice, though. Order number 1, I'm sorry, my apologies, that the City Council of the City of Newburyport accepts the provisions of 200A, Section 9A of Mass General Laws, which allows the municipality to retain unclaimed funds, abandoned property as revenue for the general fund. Submitted, Councilor Tontar.
President, this change, which is enabled by accepting Chapter 200A, the only difference is that unclaimed checks, vendor checks, instead of at the end of the public process where it's advertised, instead of it going into the state coffers, it would come back to the city. That's the only change. So committee urges approval.
Any further discussion? Councilor?
I guess a question for simplicity's sake, because the question came to me. Will it be the same process now when it's announced by the state that it is unrecovered funds, and then it goes back to the city? Or does it not go through the state process at all?
My understanding is it's the same process. Ethan?
There is the same notification process. However, that would be done by the city rather than the state. But we could still take advantage of, advertising through their lists if we choose. The major difference is that the city owns the process, and we're able to recover any unclaimed money once it goes through the advertisement process, and we make our full attempt to contact the holder of the funds.
Just to ask a silly question, is there any numbers on this in the past couple of years? Is the cost to do the process going to somehow outweigh the amount of unclaimed property? Are we going to
Over 50.
break even?
We're currently estimating around $50,000 in unclaimed checks.
Okay.
That would go back to the city rather than the state if we accept this option.
And the process would be $10,000 a year to do whatever it is to post and...
The process would be managed through the treasurer's office. I don't anticipate a large administrative burden.
Thank you.
Councilor,
And what specifically is the process then? What will the city actually do? Will it be published in the paper? Will it be, and is that, so 10 years from now, the next administration will be following the same pattern? It will be in the paper, this is written down somewhere.
The process is actually prescribed by state statute.
Excellent, thank you.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anything else?
No, that's it.
Thank you. Join Ed,
Nothing to report.
license and permit.
Motion to remove communication, well, we can do it in probably an order would be good. How about communication 1, the second-hand application for license?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion?
Thank you, Mr. President. This was reviewed by the license and permits. This is simply a renewal. All is in order. We voted 3 in favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next.
Motion to remove communication number 3.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Read it, please. Which one is it? Read it. Which one do you have? Do you have it there?
I do.
You're talking Port Taxi?
I'm sorry? Richard Hugh? Seacoast?
Seacoast, okay. I don't have it in front of me, I'm sorry.
This is also a renewal. There was,
I've got it.
and it has been reviewed by the License and Permits Committee. There's a couple of errors that need to be corrected, and we've communicated with the clerk as such. On the renewal page, you'll notice that the years of the vehicles are stated as 2016. They should be 2004 for the Grand Marquis, and it should be 1999 for the Crown Victorian. And we've asked the clerk to be certain that those changes be made. Also, there was a couple of errors in the addresses. On the first line, you're not seeing, on yours, you don't see, you see Post Office Box 004. It's actually 1004. So those are just a couple of errors that need to be corrected, and the clerk has indicated he would be certain that that would happen. A couple of other discussions in the meeting is that it's interesting, the insurance comes due before, or the renewal for insurance comes due before the renewal is up. So we've asked the clerk, and we'll continue to communicate with the clerk as to how we can alarm the city so that we're looking for that renewal application, or that renewal of the insurance to come through. With all that being said, we voted unanimously in favor of approval.
Just a point of order, because these are communications, should we be receiving them in file as opposed to motion to approve?
They're actually coming out of the committee.
They're coming out of committee.
Okay,
Yeah.
just because they're communications, I didn't understand, sorry.
They went to license permit.
Okay, so motion to approve, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anything else?
Motion to remove communication 4.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Go ahead.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. President? Also a renewal, and also just to backtrack, I've communicated with both of the owners of these organizations. And the clerk has received some complaints through the years, if you will, about the conditions of the cabs and so on and so forth. And I've...
This is Port Taxi, by the way.
This is Port Taxi, yes, I'm sorry. And, but I've spoken with both of them, and they've assured me both that they're making an effort to implement no smoking and keeping the cabs clean and so on and so forth. So we'll see how that goes. And the only other piece, again, the same thing, the insurance comes due before the renewal expires. So again, we'll set up some alarms so we can keep track of that. We voted in favor unanimously to approve.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Anything else? That it? Neighborhood city services? Public safety?
Nothing to report.
Public utilities?
Nothing at this time.
Planning and development?
Nothing to report.
Rules committee?
Nothing to report.
Good of the order? Take a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you.